Hi everybody. Sorry if the lighting is not so good in here, but I'm here to do a show review. I'm here to talk about the July 30th edition, and it's thunderstorming outside. Great. I'm here to talk about the July 30th edition of Smackdown Live that took place in Memphis, Tennessee. The top reason why I want to talk about it is because I was there. I still have the ticket stub. My niece hooked me up with these tickets, and I'm glad she did. And I'm still forever grateful for that, because I have been watching wrestling since this guy slammed that guy. Since Hogan and Andre. I've been watching wrestling since WrestleMania 3, when Hogan body slammed the Giant. And this was my first WWE live event. And man, I gotta say, seeing it live in person is a hell of a lot of is a much better experience than watching it on television. Apologize in advance for botching my lines, but I'm not gonna talk about literally everything that happened on this show, but if I accidentally do, oh well. But you know, the show started off with a dark match. Heavy Machinery against the B Team. The crowd was into this match. I was too. I was rooting for the B Team. Of course, they lost. Big shock, I know. But then the actual show started. The show started with Shane McMahon telling the crowd he's not going to be there. And I was like, Got sick and tired of seeing him on TV. Or at least the people I talked to said they got sick and tired of seeing him on TV all the time. It's like, I don't watch the stuff. I just keep up with it online. And it's like, wow, the one time he's not there is the time that I'm there. Oh, well. You know, Kevin Owens comes out, and this is what I want to talk about first. The Kevin Owens promo. When the camera's on him, unfortunately, the section that I was sitting in didn't have any spotlights on it, so literally, I was directly behind Kevin Owens when he was cutting his promo, but I checked out the clips online. I'm not visible on camera, so oh well. But Kevin Owens' promo on this show, compared to some of the other promos he's done since allegedly the WWE has allowed him to go off script with his promos, I don't know. There's just something about this particular promo that just felt like your standard cookie cutter, by the books, basic scripted WWE style promo. It just felt that way. It's like, yeah, the crowd certainly popped for this promo, but I wasn't feeling it. I was honestly not feeling this promo. Now, the match he had with Drew McIntyre, I felt that. This was a good match. Yeah, I guess Kevin Owens kind of needs this win to make him look strong going up against, against a fucking McMahon at SummerSlam. It is kind of a shame that I can't really recall the last time I actually saw Drew McIntyre win a fucking match, but, it is what it is. Not really gonna complain about who won or who lost. I really believe the right person won. You want to keep this momentum strong on Owens if you want to keep him mega over. Yet at the same time, it kind of sickens me a little bit that Drew McIntyre has to lose yet again. Then again, he's probably won a lot of matches since WrestleMania 35, which was the last show I watched. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if he's actually been winning matches or not. I don't know. There was some really good stuff on here. I will say, being a part of the audience for Finn Balor's entrance, that was cool. That was a really cool experience. I enjoyed it. Seeing Bray Wyatt pop up, that was fun. I gotta tell you, those screaming noises and the flashing lights that they play when Bray Wyatt's there, Jesus Christ, is that loud. That is loud. It is much louder in person than it sounds on TV. Wow. It is loud. Man, was it awesome to see him. There were some things that I was kind of about the women's tag match. It was good to see Ember Moon's entrance. It was good to see Ember Moon. It's just something about Ember Moon. She's just really cool. I like her, even though she hasn't really meant shit since she got on the main roster from NXT. Then again, she really didn't live up to her highest potential in the NXT roster either. But it is what it is. I absolutely loved seeing Trish Stratus live. Oh, even though she's getting up there in age, seeing Trish Stratus in person, damn! That was my initial reaction when I saw her step through that curtain and walk out on stage. That was my first reaction was, damn! Trish Stratus. Need I say more? Charlotte Flair coming out and challenging her. Whatever. I guess they're bringing Trish out of retirement so she can job for Charlotte Flair because, God forbid any of these legends actually have their careers actually end on a high note like Trish's did. Bringing Trish back, I'm sure she's gonna tap out to Charlotte Flair and put some more tobacco in Charlotte's pipe to smoke in all our faces, like we really fucking need that. One thing I really didn't fucking need on this show was the waste of time that was Shinsuke Nakamura versus Ali. I mean, don't get me wrong. Seeing Shinsuke's entrance live, it's cool. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's cool. And then I see Ali come out, and I said, this is a bastard child of a Power Ranger and a Light Bright machine. What the fuck is so special about this kid? It's like, oh, he's a good athlete. He's very athletic. He can do all kinds of crazy moves in the ring. So does Ricochet. In fact, Ricochet does it better. And you also got other people who can do it, who can move in the ring better than he can. See Ricochet, see AJ Styles, see most of the 205 Live roster. This was the kid that was supposed to get Kofi Kingston's spot leading up to WrestleMania 35, and I look at this guy as he pretty much embarrasses the Intercontinental Champion, and I'm thinking, this is the motherfucker that was supposed to get a WWE Championship match at WrestleMania? This son of a bitch? Are you out of your mind? Honestly, Kofi Kingston getting that spot was a hell of a lot better. This is another one of those guys that everybody seems to like when all I see in him is a flashy entrance and a flashy costume. Once the entrance is done with, and once the light bright comes off, it's over with. There's absolutely nothing about this guy that interests me at all. There's nothing about Mustafa Ali that makes me say, this guy's a future main eventer. Nothing whatsoever. This guy belongs on the 205 Live roster, that at best. And I do not apologize for that opinion. Ali's one of the best workers in today's WWE. Seriously? This fucking kid? If this guy ever touches a world title in the WWE, I'm just gonna shit. That is ridiculous. Not every guy that impresses a lot of the today's modern wrestling fans, not every guy that comes on the scene and impresses people has to automatically go to a world championship program in the main event. I look at a guy at Ali and I think he's perfectly fine at the mid-card level. He either belongs in the mid-card, on the undercard, or on the 205 Live roster. He is nowhere near ready to even sniff a main event push. I don't see it. I haven't even seen this guy cut a promo. Fuck this kid. He's not a main eventer. He's not a future world champion. God's sake. Enough with that crap. I saw him live, and I was not impressed. In fact, I wasn't even impressed with Shinsuke Nakamura's performance, and I used to be a fan of this guy. Now, there are times that I forget he's even employed with the company, and he holds my favorite championship of all time, the Intercontinental title. True, the IC belt's not my favorite belt design, but it's my favorite championship because it's the workhorse belt, the establisher championship. Anybody who holds this belt automatically should become established. Keywords should be, not always. The Dolph Ziggler promo, allow me to borrow from OTRS Central. Fuck Dolph Ziggler. And that's exactly what I did in the arena. And you know what? I did do that. I did the OTRS Central fuck Dolph Ziggler thing, and you know what I got? A lot of the fans that were sitting around me looked at me and said, yeah. Some of them laughed, saying, yeah, you know that too. Some of them were like, yeah, fuck this guy. The crowd, the crowd of people I was sitting with agreed with me. Fuck Dolph Ziggler. You know, the stuff, I was really disappointed I didn't get to see anything surrounding the 24/7 title, because that would have probably been a thrill. What would have really been a thrill is if you had a 24/7 championship, you know, chase, you know, through the crowd, and I might have happened to be there. That would have been something, but we didn't get that. You know, seeing Dolph Ziggler beat Finn Balor, whatever. I'm sure I'm leaving some things out, but like I said, I wasn't going to cover everything. But I will say, seeing Trish Stratus live was a thrill. Seeing Nakamura and Ali just wasted my time. Kevin Owens blew me away with his match with Drew McIntyre. In fact, if it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for the main event, that would have easily been the match of the night. But you had the main event of Kofi Kingston and AJ Styles. Seeing AJ Styles live, that made me pop. Seeing Kofi Kingston live, that made me pop. Not only did I go to a WWE live event, I got to see the WWE World Heavyweight Champion perform in a match. That was fantastic. And then, lo and behold, here was a bonus. We stayed behind and watched a 205 live show. You know, it had Lince Dorado and, what's his name? Arya Daivari. They had a match that was way better than it had any business being. The opening tag with Akira Tozawa and Brian Kendrick against the Singh brothers, could have lived without that match. But the main event of 205 Live, that show, the unsanctioned match between Drake Maverick and Mike Kanellis, this match was outstanding. If it had happened earlier in the night, when the crowd still had some fever in them, still had some blood flowing and they could pop, this match would have blown the roof off the place. But the crowd that I was sitting around, and most of the crowd in that show, people were already starting to leave. The crowd was tired. They were ready to go home. But we had this match, and for what I could see, this match was fantastic. Drake Maverick, Rockstar Spud, whatever you want to call him, I love his selling. Seeing the bully beating on him, seeing the bully in Mike Kanellis beating on him, and seeing the babyface overcome the obstacle. This is old school. This was old school wrestling, where the babyface has to overcome an obstacle. And that's what this match was. It was a wrestling match. It was a fight. It was every bit as good, and if not better, than I thought it was going to be. This match was awesome. I had fun. Now, am I saying it's a 5-star classic? Absolutely not. But for what it was fun. I loved it. And then the dark main event, which was Bayley defending the SmackDown Women's title against Charlotte Flair. Bayley won, and as soon, I'm not kidding, the very second Bayley got the 3 count, people got up and started leaving. Didn't even wait for Bayley to get her hand raised by the ref and celebrate and get to the corner and hold the belt up or anything like that. People were already starting to leave during this match. And as soon as Bayley got the 3, then everybody started filing out. The crowd was ready to leave. This is a problem where some WWE shows run too long. And even I felt the fatigue. And it's like, okay, let's just end this night so we can go home. But my experience was good. And the Ric Flair woos that the crowd was doing continued after the show was over. When we were leaving the FedEx Forum, people were still running up and down the hallways going, woo, woo, woo. It was fun. This was a fun experience. And I wanted to talk about it because this is a SmackDown I'm never going to forget, simply because I got to see it live and in person. It was great. I enjoyed it. Even the parts I didn't like, it still felt like a fun experience just to be a part, to feel like you were a part of the show. You got to cheer, we got to boo. You know, the stuff that really truly pissed me off didn't piss me off to the point where I was willing to, you know, change the channel or get up and leave. It's like, okay, I sat through that, let's keep going. You know, the stuff with Nakamura and Ali, fuck that match, fuck whoever booked it. That was a waste of my time. Everything else seemed to flow just very, very well. But truly a pleasant experience, and one I'm never going to forget. And there you go, my SmackDown Live review for the July 30th show from Memphis, Tennessee. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Hope to get more stuff coming out here, but for now, I'm just going to do these videos whenever I can. If I can do them daily, weekly, monthly, I don't care. I'm just going to find a time to do them and just do them. So, and for those of you who have been asking me when am I going to do my weekly comic book reviews, I have been thinking about getting back into comic book reviews, but it's not going to be a weekly thing, and I am so far behind in comics, going back to a weekly fresh comic book review right now is not an option. But what I can do is review comics that I haven't covered yet on this channel, or just, you know, just comic storylines in general. I can do that. So there you go. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Please subscribe if you haven't done it already. Thank you for remembering me, if you remember me at all, because it's hard to believe I've been a part of YouTube for over a decade now. But what is it, 11, 12 years now? Shit. Alright, thanks again for watching, everybody. Woo! I'll see y'all later. I'll take care.